Right, welcome back, guys. This has been one hell of a challenge, really. They started well. I did have a look it up online actually, and the inside of the bowling balls, it has a ceramic in, like a resin for the inside feel, but it can also have some glass. It says like glass balls, like little glass balls inside to make up for the makeup. Now, the thing is, what I have got is I've just got a little bit on the bottom to take. So I managed to get. It took ages to get it all out. I wanted to get it so that there was none of it left. So I had the sides, and it seems to be all right. It's quite a soft material, really. It's a resin, but it's more like a I don't know, a plastic type resin. So it's turning it's awkward because it has a bit of flex to it. But I've kept it this shape in the hope that helps. But the trouble is, it has got holes in the bottom. They're not holes right through. They're like little pit holes. There's a couple on the top here as well, and you can actually see. I mean, I think, yeah, there's one there. I can near enough see through it, but they're actually what's in the ball to start with. They're nothing that I've done. So they're like here. You can see where the dust has gone into them down the bottom here. Let me move that tool rest out of the way.
I can see it. Yeah.
Let me put the light right in there. See here. Yeah. There are actually holes in, and that's like a little plug that's in there because it's black on the outside here, like a round dot. So I don't know what that is. That's obviously something that's been put in, maybe where the resin's poured into it or something. I wouldn't have a clue. So I've got a little bit to go on this spot. I've basically hollowed it right round to this thickness. I've got a bit to go on the bottom. I've got a tenon on here, and I have measured, and I think, as I say, I didn't bring you back through all the whole, guys. It was boring for me, let alone for you. Oh, it just took ages. Now I just had to keep pushing in with the square, and going. But right down here on this bit here, working like that, I've actually got this. I've still got quite a. If you see the calipers here, you can see how much meat I've still got in there. So that's down at the bottom, and then as soon as I come off the bottom, as I come up here, see, I've got an even wall thickness all the way up of around about 8 mil, I suppose, which is the thickness of this plastic stuff, which I can't go any smaller than that. But at least it's nice and lightweight now. That's the thing. If it does come off, it ain't gonna hurt me. I mean, it'd come off before it would have hurt. So I've just got this bit to take out the bottom. Now I don't know whether I can get all of that out, or whether there's going to be a little bit left in the bottom now. I don't know. I don't know how deep this stuff is. It's in certain places there's like a little void, and it goes a bit deeper. I've got a bit here. I've had hell of a trouble getting it out, getting rid of it. Just a patch here, and I don't think the inside was actually that even when it was poured. And because of the flex you get, you can't really take a cut because it's being resin. If it was wood, I could get a cut on it, but being resin, you can't really get a cut. It just wants to push away all the time. So now, pretty much all of it was done with the square and the 9 mil round chisel, the deep hollower. And then for this last bit, I've switched over. I'm using a 15 mil negative rake, okay, to come, that's just a 15 mil negative rake cutter, just to come around the sides here and sort of try and smooth it up a bit. And I'm using at the moment the 12 mil AU. This is just on the round bar, which I'm using. I don't know whether I could go over to the shear cut one. I'm not sort of using the shear cut one because mainly just because of getting the angle. I want to adjust the angle that I'm using with this one because it being resin. But you could use the shear cut. That one would be absolutely fine, fantastic. You can use that if you ain't got. I'm just using it on round bar because I'm used to using my bowl gouges and that, so I like to be able to just adjust that aggressiveness as I want. So I've just got a little bit to do. Then I'm going to give it a bit of a sand in, bit of wet sand in, I reckon, and finish it off and see what finish we get on it. I think it's going to look like quite a nice pot actually. Actually, it could look like a little piss pot, couldn't it? Lisa could have it under the bed if she wants. A modern day one, it's coloured. It's like, look at the patterns on it. It's like not like one of the old ceramic ones. And modern day one, be nice and warm to sit on in the night.
We're only in a bungalow. Don't take me that long to get.
Yeah, but it's nice. Think how warm that would be to sit on in the night.
Oh my god.
Although it'd be like a suction cup, wouldn't it? You get up, you know. Right. Okay. Anyway. Put me coffee down. And the bloody mess, I tell you, I will never turn another bowling ball. The mess and the powder, the white powder, because it just goes to powder, this stuff, because it's got ceramic in it, which seems like a bit of an abrasive. And I've got my air filter on up there. I've had the extractor going all the time. I keep hoovering it. I've hoovered up a few times, and this dust is just everywhere. So if you don't like that sort of thing, guys, really don't turn one of these. Horrible bloody thing. Thank you, Alan. I owe you one. Right, okay, so I'm bringing that back in there. I'm putting my light there so you can see. Turning the extractor on. Turning the lathe on. I'll turn a little bit of speed up. We'll come across this bottom here. I'm literally just following the dark as it's going in. Yeah, I think I've got rid of it all. Well, I think I've been able to get rid of it all, so hopefully, fingers crossed. Let's go in with a 15mm negative rate. See if we can clean it up a little bit here. Let's have a look. Right, I've got a little bit there still. A little bit there and a little bit there. Look, like half moon shapes, look. It's weird the way this stuff is in here. Right. I'll take another cut on it. Let's see if we can clean. I'm going to turn the speed down a little bit, see if that... Right, I think I might be able to stand at that, I don't know. Let's have a look what we've got inside there. It feels pretty good. I'm going to start just doing a bit of sanding at there. Right, so what I'm going to do, cover my load bed over. Like so. I'm going to put these chisels back for a minute so I don't knock them over. Right, what I'm going to do is start off dry. I'm going to spray some water in there. Take this tool rest out for a minute. So everything's out of the way. Right, okay. That's a long way in there, isn't it? Keep the dust extractor on for a minute because I am. Is that flicking you?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Bend down a little bit more. Look, that's the sound effect come off. That's alright, it's not feeling too bad. So I'll use a different one. I'll use a fresh one. My battery's going. Yeah, my battery's gone. See up there, there's got one nearest to the right. One of those. No, see that? Look, that's it, yeah. That's the one. Put that one on the table for me, darling. I think this is charged up. Yep. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, there's not much I can do about where those holes are. They don't last long. Right, let's
it. Right, we'll do a little bit of hand sand, I think, now. Some 180 grit paper. Turn that off now. I've quite undone that a bit. Nice work. I put a new one on earlier. I shouldn't have bothered, should I? So it's really gungy. I'll clean that off. Right, I think it's going to look nice anyway when we get done. Right, we'll go through some other of these grits now. I've only got them in the smaller grits, so I might actually use them on these. Sorry about this, guys, it's going to take a little while. Flashes everywhere, so that's going all over. It's going all over my phone as well. Then.
No, I don't want
Right when I get onto the other pads. Right, let's get rid of that. We go up to a 320 now. So I'll try and get up here if I can. Right. Right, I'm not going to use the... But oh no, I need to use the rotary really. Yeah. I'm going up to 400. 400, then I start on the other pads. Right. So we get rid of that, and now what I'll do is I'm going to use my pads now. Right, okay. Put some water in there. My phone is covered. Are there dots on the screen?
No.
Sorry guys, I'm just going to give you a little wipe.